I'm Robin Fike at Stampin' Country, and today I'm going to show you how to make in and out pop-up cards. We're going to use the Polar Party stamp set, and here's how they work. You open them, you can see the ins and the outs, sort of like any outie belly buttons. Are you ready to begin? We're going to start with a piece of Whisper White cardstock. You can use any color you want. And I'm going to use my grid paper because it's easy to measure and find centers. My base where I'm going to stamp measures 5 inches by 8 inches, and I'm going to line that up so that it's centered. It's 8 inches long, so if I go to the 4 and the 4 inch on my grid paper, it's nicely centered. I want a center line, which is going to be right at the 0 on my grid paper. And then I'm going to, in between the center line and the edge, I'm going to center it again. And that's 2 inches over and 2 inches over. And we're going to use those for stamping our images. That's just going to give us a visual. Let's start with our Polar Party. We have these cute little penguins. Let's stamp him. See how he's lined up right on the line? Centered on the line. Stamp his companion. Now everything doesn't have to be on the line if it's not going to be popped out. This penguin will not be popped out, but this one will. So he needs to be stamped on the line. Here's a completed stamp, and you can see how the penguin is on the line. I'm going to actually pop in this little star and the wreath. They're both on the line. Our greeting is centered on the line. And our polar bear, he's a little bit big to pop the whole thing out, so I'm going to actually pop his head and the present out. And you can see that that is also centered on the line. Scored it on the 2, 4, and 6, and you can see that there. Take your snips, and this is the part where we're going to learn to pop them out. So find your little penguin. I want my penguin to be popped out, so I'm going to snip him. You want these lines, these snips, to be about the same length. We're just going to cut that. Okay, I want this star to be popped out. So I'm going to snip here and here. I want my wreath to be popped out. Actually, these are going to be popped in. I've snipped all those. Let's turn it over. This is so that it pops easier. And we're going to just fold all those and score. It doesn't really matter which direction you're going on these. I'm just taking my bone folder and scoring those, just putting those back. That'll make the popping a little easier. I actually did all the scoring and snipping before I colored because sometimes the colors will smear. So we're going to go ahead and start coloring. This penguin is just too cute. We'll give him a little So Saffron hat. And we'll continue coloring until we have the whole card colored. I'm just using my Stampin' Write markers. Finish coloring, and it'll look something like this. Now we want to fold our card so that it's in a W. We're going to go W. See how it forms a W? So you have mountains and valleys. And what you want to do then is, if you have a valley, you want to pop the pop out into a mountain. And if you have the mountain, then you want here the star and the wreath are popped in. Over here I had a valley again, so the bear and the greeting become the mountain and they pop out. See how that's like that? Finally, to put it together, we want to use sticky strip because we want it to be nice and strong. And this is important. You'll have 4 panels. You'll have 2 edge panels and you'll have 2 center panels. You only want your sticky strip on the outer panels. I don't know if you can see that. So we have an outer panel over here and an outer panel over here. We're going to line that up flat on our mat. All that's left is to decorate the outside. Thanks for stopping at Stampin' Country, and have a great day.